My experience and our experience being siblings and having a brother with unique needs is one I would never change. It's one that absolutely shaped who I am today. We understand as a family how to walk through really hard times together, that some of those hard things are things that other people don't understand. And at the same time, we learned how to really stand together and have an inclusive environment. Yeah, I think we learned how to work hard together. We grew up with a lot of therapy appointments and a lot of doctor's appointments, and when our mother passed away, and it was so unexpected, and we knew how to stick together in a way with our dad. I think a lot of families just can't do. We both grew up in a little town called Huntsville, Utah. We always kind of thought maybe Todd would end up moving here, but we lost our mom a little over 4 years ago, and it made it that it was a good time for Todd to move here and be a part of our family and have all the amazing opportunities that Colorado has to offer. He didn't have any services. He was really involved in our church and played guitar and loved to be a part of those things, but didn't have any opportunities outside of that. So his world exploded when he moved to Colorado, huh, Todd?
Yep.
Wellspring is basically the center of how we plan everything for Todd. When we have his meetings for some of the funding sources he has, we always say Wellspring's non-negotiable. That's his favorite thing. That's kind of the foundation of where he has his community. That's exactly what Wellspring gives him. And I think they get to do a lot of fun things, like when we got to go down to the Wellspring Outer Amphitheater a couple of years ago and get to watch all of that and see a group of people that love life more than anything else, and it just gives them a joy to be able to see that. When COVID happened, some of the things that we experienced as a family and with Todd when everything locked down is real fear of the unexpected and having to change routines that are so important and help Todd feel safe and confident. We as a family in the world felt a lot of loss of jobs, loss of security, fear for health, and at the same time we felt so encouraged when we were able to start joining virtually. It gave Todd some hope in a time that he desperately needed it. Being able to have some connection with some of his peers and friends, to be able to have lunch over virtual means was really helpful for him.
I was like, what?
It was hard, wasn't it?
It was way hard because change the rules and all that.
Right away, Wellspring was working so hard to help our loved ones connect with each other, and that was a piece that I think the whole world was missing. We were all missing each other, and I think that there was a time that I was so worried about how to help that routine and consistency for Todd, and Wellspring really helped create that for us, that he was able to have a wake-up time and classes to participate in and a social interaction that he otherwise would not have had. There was no way to access that.
I support sucks at the end of the day.
The staff at Wellspring is amazing. They rose to a challenge that many of us are challenged with today, trying to navigate, and they rose with it together, united, and they walked along with their stars to say this is hard, and we're in it together, and they created so many safe environments, right, Todd? To be able to say, we're gonna learn something new, and they prepared them to be successful so that Todd can now go back to Wellspring and be able to follow new rules and cues. And they rose above. They rose above the hard to join together and make it happen. And I know in every experience I've had with Todd and all the stars, when I can take my plan out of it and just let the stars show their amazing gifts, we get so much farther than I ever dreamed. And I would love to see the world see the benefit in being able to let a group of folks who always shoot for the stars and don't let their disabilities or their fear of failure hold them back, and we can reach goals that we never thought were possible because we have an open mind to do so.